If you thought this week would be a walk in the park, think again. There's a lot on the line in this game. Picture an ex-receiver coming back, ready to show the team that cut him that they made the biggest mistake. This guy has been waiting for the perfect moment to prove what he's made of, and this divisional primetime showdown is his big chance. Want to know what he's going to do to make it clear Washington messed up? Stay tuned, because this is about to get intense. But that's not all. The return of a key pillar in the Commanders' offense could be the difference between winning and losing. It's been weeks, and the offense has been struggling in his absence. But just when we need him most, this player seems ready to get back in action. Will it be enough to stop the opposing team's momentum? And as if that weren't enough, the Commanders' defense is under the microscope like never before. With a star cornerback out of the game, all eyes are on one of our most criticized defenders. He's been a weak link in the defense, and the opponents know it. This is his chance to redeem himself, but it could also be the game that sends him into permanent disgrace. Will he withstand the pressure, or will he be the weak link that costs us the win? Jahan Dotson is facing off against his former team, and trust me, this is going to be a showdown no one will want to miss. You can tell Dotson has something to prove, and let me tell you, the way he left Washington was far from ideal. He was a first-round pick, number 16 in the 2022 draft. And while he showed flashes of talent, that consistency we all expected just wasn't there. So, what did the Commanders do? They made a quick decision and shipped him off to Philly along with a 5th-round pick in exchange for a 3rd and 2 7th-round picks. And with those picks, they managed to land a talent like Marshawn Lattimore. What do you think? Was that a smart move or not? Now, let me ask you, how many of you think Dotson will try to prove Washington was wrong? He said he sees this game as just another game, but really? When you're in a position like that, facing your old team in a primetime Thursday night football matchup, come on! I'll tell you right now, that kid's hungry, and you know he's going to want to show his worth. That being said, let me remind you that Dotson hasn't had much of an impact in Philly. He's only managed 8 receptions in 9 games. What do you think? Do you think Nick Sirianni will use him strategically against us, knowing how our cornerbacks operate? Because let's be honest, our team has bigger challenges than Jahan Dotson. Stopping A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Dallas Goedert won't be easy, and don't even get me started on keeping Saquon Barkley in check. The defense is going to have to be on point. Now, I want you to think about this. Was it the right move for Washington to let Dotson go? The decision is paying off. The rebuild is moving faster than many expected. But we can't ignore that Dotson has one clear mission in mind. Do you think he'll succeed in showing the Commanders they were wrong? Are we going to see Brian Robinson Jr. back on the field this week? Let me tell you something, Commanders fans, this is huge. After missing 2 crucial games, it looks like our star running back could be back just in time to face the Eagles. And I don't know about you, but I'm wondering, what does this really mean for our running game and our chances in the division? Now, let me ask you, do you think Robinson's return will be that game changer we need to take control in this divisional battle? Look, Quinn gave us a few hints, and he made it clear today was the day to ramp up speed, referring to how Robinson has been gradually adjusting in practice. As he continues to put in the work, getting faster each day, he's getting closer to being ready for the fight. I believe that while there's still work to be done, having him on the field could be just what we need to revitalize the running game that's struggled in his absence. In the last few games without him, the Commanders barely managed 60 yards against the Steelers and 149 against the Giants. And now we're facing an Eagles team that's not going to give us an inch without a fight. Let's put this into perspective. Facing the Eagles is no joke. This game could define the division lead, and Robinson's absence has already cost us in other weeks. Having him back doesn't just mean yards, it means presence, mentality, and strength on the field, something this team has been missing. And hey, I'm not the only one saying this. Robinson himself is feeling positive. He said, "I think I have a really good chance. Obviously, it's not my decision." That's the mentality we need. That hunger to get back and be a key piece. But let's be real, will it be enough? We all know facing the Eagles is serious business, their rivals also fighting for the lead. But I'll tell you this, if Robinson manages to get on the field, not only does it increase our chances of winning, it also boosts our team morale. Every yard gained, every play made will send a clear message. The Commanders are not going down without a fight. So here's my final question for you, fans. Do you think Brian Robinson Jr.'s return will change the course of the game for us this week? Will he be the deciding factor in dominating the Eagles? What are we going to do with Marshon Lattimore's absence? What's this going to mean for our defense, which has already been shaky? I'll tell you what, the pressure is on Benjamin St. Just, and things are heating up. Lattimore, just acquired in the trade with the Saints, was our hope to shore up that cornerback spot and lock down the top receivers in the league. But guess what? Lattimore won't be on the field for this week's big showdown against the Eagles. Without him, the weight of it all falls on St. Just's shoulders. So, let me ask you, is he the guy we can trust at this critical moment? I think the situation's tough, folks. St. Just has been paying the price for his mistakes, lack of discipline, inconsistent technique, and those penalties that can't be overlooked at this level. Now, listen up. The last game against the Steelers was a prime example of all this. In the critical moment, Mike Williams blows by him like he's standing still, and boom! Touchdown! The game-winning play. That, my friends, is unacceptable. St. Just talked about a finger injury, and okay, that doesn't help, but let's be real, this isn't a one-time thing. His stats don't lie. He's allowed 62.9% of passes thrown his way and over 560 yards this season. So, let me ask you directly, how many more mistakes can we tolerate before decisions get made? I'll tell you, not many. The Commanders can't go into this showdown against the Eagles with a defense that's wobbling like this, especially against an explosive duo like A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. The reality is, if St. Just doesn't step up his game in this one, his future with the team will be under much more scrutiny. And you know what? There's no room for excuses here. Listen carefully, we've got 7 games left, and this next one, against the Eagles, is crucial. St. Just has to prove he can handle the role of being the top cornerback, and he's got to do it now. I think this is his last chance to show he deserves an extension, that he can be part of this team's future. But if he doesn't show that grit and determination in this stretch of games, how can we trust him long-term? So, here's the question, folks. Can St. Just really be the guy Washington can rely on to stop the Eagles? What do you think? Will they give him one last chance? Or is it time to think about making some bigger changes? Friends and fans of the Commanders, it's time to get real. Do you think it was a good move for Washington to let Dotson go? His departure has sparked some serious debate, and I want to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below and let's talk about how this decision will affect our team. Now, let's think about the return of Brian Robinson Jr. Do you believe his comeback could be the spark we need to turn things around this week? Share your opinions in the comments and let's get this discussion rolling. And finally, here's my last question, straight to the point. Is St. Just really the guy Washington can rely on to shut down the Eagles? Do you think he can make a difference on defense? Drop your answers and thoughts. I'd love to know what you think. I want to invite you all to join this community, a family that lives and breathes the spirit of the Commanders. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single detail of every play and every move our team makes. And remember, hail to the Redskins!